everyone, this is Nikachu. How you guys doing? A few weeks ago, you guys got to see my binder, with all its glorious stuff. But the funny thing is, there's all these blank pages here. Why are these cards just arbitrarily there? We have some cards here, there, but what's with all the blank spots? Well, that's because I picked through my entire collection, all my bulk, so that I can buy more of these damn things. No, not you, Masterways. I have enough of you. But these, I need more of these unstable foil islands, so I have looked to liquidate as many of my cards as possible. So what was in this binder is all this stuff that I'm not willing to part with because it's either worthless, or I think it has more room to grow, or has sentimental value. However, all in here are cards that I am willing to part with. So we are going to look inside this box. You didn't think these boxes were empty, did you guys? Hell no. Go back where you came from. All right. What do we have in store here? Well, that doesn't look very impressive. So, some of these things might just be extra cards. Okay, we'll put this down. That's like a preview window of things to come. So what we got here? We have a Ceremonious Rejection. That's because I just finished my play set of foil Ceremonious Rejections. So this is just like a regular one. Foil Unified Will. I screwed myself on this thing. I was at Grand Prix Toronto, and I thought I was missing one Unified Will for my playset. I was wrong. I spent like $18 or $25 on this. I don't know what I spent on this. Terrible, terrible, terrible mistake. Talk about throwing away money. Seize Claims. These things are worthless, but they're just in here because I picked up my last foil Seize Claims at Grand Prix Toronto. If you really need these things, make sure you get them before you go to a Grand Prix or a big event, because you are not guaranteed to find them. Not guaranteed to find them. Ooh, what do we have here? Chinese Tarmogoyfs. So when I was trying to get, you saw all my dual lands, I was trying to get into Legacy, and of course at the time Tarmogoyf was one of the biggest cards. And I did play Bug Delver, so I mean it was a very important card. Got them all in Chinese. Thanks to Patrick from Poland. Patrick from Strefa MTG. Shout out to Patrick and his store. I actually got quite a bit of use out of these Tarmogoyfs. They helped me win many Legacy tournaments. Yeah, the Asian cards are all the thing in Europe. Not so much a thing in North America, that's for sure. Yeah, sweet Tarmogoyf. And on the topic of Tarmogoyf, I really like this picture so much more than the Modern Masters one. Tarmogoyf is an amalgamation of like a bunch of random stuff in the graveyard. Like, how do you depict an enchantment? How do you depict an artifact and tribal spells and all this other nonsense in the graveyard? That's what it looks like. Whatever that is it. You see? Anyway, so I think I find that the Tarmogoyf picture from the original Tarmogoyf picture is so much more flavorful than the new one. The new one looks like a dinosaur. It looks like it should have been a mythic rare out of Ixalan or something. Yeah, so Tarmogoyfs. Pretty bad time for Tarmogoyf. Ooh, look at this. We have a Lighthouse Chronologist. I think I bought these just cause I was in like a Funzy group, and I can't remember what I spent on these though. So it's a really powerful effect. If you can level this thing up to the full level up, level 7, you get to have 2 turns you get to have a turn after everyone else's turn, which is ridiculous in multiplayer games. So yeah, Lighthouse Chronologist, really fun blue card. Fun for you, not fun for everyone else. So actually, you know what? I don't really recommend this. You make everyone really angry at you. And the moment you play this thing, you're like instantly a target. It's like, oh my god, he's got Laios Chronologist, kill him! Kill him! Ooh, we got Grizzlebrand. So this is an awkward promo because it's so narrow, but at least it like held some value. I mean, it's not worthless like the Progenitus promo. Why were they making these big stupid creatures the Grand Prix promo? I don't get it. So like these do represent like a bunch of Grand Prix I've gone to or side events that they gave out. At the very least, a nice good thing about Grizzlebrand is you need a lot of decks that play Grizzlebrand will play 4 of them, like in Sneak and Show and stuff like that, and some other Reanimator decks in Modern. So yeah, Grizzlebrand, not the worst Grand Prix promo. Definitely miles better than Progenitus, which is like a 1 of, 2 of at best in very few, if not no archetypes. Wow, that Progenitus promo. Why? Just why? Why would they do that? What a hell of a year that was. That was an awful year. The year of Progenitus. We have a foil Abrupt Decay because I played Bug Delver. You did not age very well, Abrupt Decay. You got reprinted a few times. Not good. Ooh, they got the Golgari logo here. You see the Golgari logo? Let's get a nice look at that foil. It's a great foil. Great foil in gold. Yeah, well done. It just shines in all the right places in the card. Abrupt Decay. Eternal playable. Stifles. I preferred this picture over the original. At the time, my Bug Delver deck needed to play Stifle. My Legacy Bug Delver deck. Unfortunately, not very well played right now. No one cares about Stifle. Stifle needs to make a comeback. Divert! The Trixie sideboard card. Well, I guess these are a lot of my Legacy Bug Delver cards. Ooh, Emrakul. Well, forget about Legacy Bug Delver. We've got Emrakul. I got this at the Pro Tour, and it's quite a nice version of Emrakul, to be honest. It has a really intimidating look and feel to it. It's like Independence Day on a card. Really gorgeous, really detailed art. So like for promos, this is a pretty good promo. Really nice. Super good. It depicts Emrakul exactly as it should. You know, funny enough, Emrakul, no one actually casts you. They just cheat you in play. Like what your casting cost might as well have been 200. Like it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Like 15 sounds impossible. They should just make the next Emrakul cost something just stupid, like 1,000 mana, that you can only cast off of infinite mana combos or from cheating it in play. We have a foil Divert. Sorry, not Divert, Disfigure. I think it's totally worthless now because of the new Modern Masters. What are you doing in here, Onion Man? Onion Man! What are you doing? Onion Man touches holy water and it burns him. Yeah, get out of here. You're supposed to be somewhere else. I have a foil Endbringer. I actually opened this in a booster. I was a bit disappointed because I found out that this was a one of the promos. You know, it was one of the pre-release promos, so it wasn't worth as much. Does see play though. Sees play in Legacy Eldrazi and also Modern Eldrazi. So not worthless. Not worth much. Ooh, we got Cyclonic Rift. We got foil Cyclonic Rift. I'm glad I got these. These weren't very expensive at the time when they were in Standard, but I was like, I'm gonna hold on to this card because it has some potential. Like anything that says return like all of something is pretty powerful because it can be picked up in Commander. This is definitely a Commander card. Thank you, Commander people. Keeping cards like this worth money. Oh, this is a nice one. We've got Misdirection. This was a hard one for me to part with, or to say that I'm willing to part with this, because this was one of the sort of my earliest foils that I ever owned, and I had a lot of good memories with Misdirection. Let's look at this card. If you don't know what this card is, you need to know what this does. It's double blue and 3 generic. You may remove a blue card in your hand from the game instead of paying Misdirection's mana cost, and it says target spell with a single target targets another target instead. And they've errated this to be like target spell with a single target. Choose doing what? I don't know the new one, but basically any spell with a single target, you can direct it to somewhere else. Because, you know, target spell with a single target targets another target instead. Come on, they used target 4 times in the same sentence. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that's not confusing at all. So, cool picture, cool effect. So what it does is if anyone's using like a removal spell or, yeah, any sort of removal spell, anything that will target things, you can, it's like a force of will to change the target to something else. Great interaction in a multiplayer games, a lot of fun, a lot of blowouts. The ultimate got 'em card, they never see it coming because you can just exile a blue card from your hand from the game in order to cast it. And maybe the most important effect of Misdirection is that you can use it as a force of will against other counter spells, because you are allowed to redirect spells that are on the stack to it. It's weird, it's stupid. So if someone uses a counterspell, you can, against your card, you can misdirect the counterspell to Misdirection. Weird, huh? Hey, but it's legal, that's how it is. So Misdirection, beautiful card, beautiful effect. Oh, look at that, the recently reprinted Rishadan port. I did not try hard enough to sell or trade this over the last 3 years. I had no use for this card. I have this in standard, way back in the Fires of Yavimaya days. It's definitely seen play. Look at the creases. This is how Nikachu used to shuffle his cards. If you riffle shuffle, you're gonna get these creases. Do you see it? Careful when you riffle shuffle your cards. You're going to crease the top. It's called MP right there. You might even call it HP. So yeah, Rishadan port. That was a great art back then, actually. The art was like, in my opinion, it was like only 5% good. The only criticism I have of art these days is that they should let the artists use their style. I'm all for giving them direction about what should be in there, what colors that they use, and all that, but they should let them use their style. And this was a very nice image of Rishadan port, very colorful, very detailed, well composed, love it. It was so good. Who did it? Jerry Chiratili. Good job on you, man. You were one of the good ones back then. You were one of the good ones. Can't remember how I got that. I think I got this from the internet, like magicgatheringtraders.com. Ooh, we got like a damaged Tundra. I have no idea who would want this. So it was part of a deal of duels that I bought off someone. It's damaged because someone cut all the garbage around the corners. Like it sort of looks like, I don't think you can see it from the front, but it sort of got me the impression that because I don't know what happened with this card. Like I got the impression that it was dirty along the edges. Like that's how some whiteboarded cards are. They're like really dirty, and they clean it up. They just cut it off to make it look more clean. But actually this whole thing is scratched up. It's in really bad condition. Super terrible. I did complain to the guy, but I didn't fight it because the rest of the cards were fine. And by that, like, how do I put it? The other cards were worth more than enough that I didn't want to fight over trying to return this thing. We've got, we have Opposition. So this is another gorgeous image from back in the day. Gorgeous image. Really well detailed, composed. Opposition is, I think I got this card from Channel Fireball. I saw that they had them available and I bought them. And it was just a sort of, it's the sort of effect that I really like to play in sort of funsy blue decks. I'm sort of getting rid of all these cards because I don't have any funsy players to play against very much anymore at all. It's just mostly very competitive, or I'm playing on online, or you know, whatever. But opposition is tap a creature you control to tap target artifact, creature, or land. Any land, yeah. Really, really powerful effect. Really powerful. It's sort of cool thing that blue has available. They would never print this thing today, though. So sad, because it can be super impressive. I mean, if you have enough creatures out, you just keep tapping all your opponent's lands every single turn. We have a foil Murderous Cut. I don't think this is worth very much, though. Snapcaster Mage! We have a foil Snapcaster Mage. I got this from a local game store that was... I got like a 25% off promotion at their store. And I saw they had a foil Snapcaster Mage, and I thought, well, 25% off, this is a reasonable buy. That was the speculator in me. I definitely earned something on this card. It's a Snapcaster Mage, alright. I didn't use this at all. That was sad. Didn't use it one bit. Mystical Tutor. Nothing special here. I don't even know what this is worth. This could be worth $1 for all I know. Ooh, this was a surprise. I found this just a few days ago. Meddling Mages! Meddling Mages. Thank you, humans. You made my Meddling Mages, which have been rotting in my binder since this set came out. I mean, they were worthless. They were like, I don't know, $1 or $2 or something like that. And now they're worth, you know, money. They're actually worth money. So I'm going to thank humans for all their good work that they're doing in Modern, helping push the price of things like Meddling Mage and Thalia up. I had Thalias, I sold them. I knew that thing would go up. I knew it! I knew it. And what do we have here? Razorverge Thickets? No, I actually have these because I used to play Boggles. That was my very first Modern deck. And then after I got promptly thrashed by Spellskite, because apparently everyone sides in Spellskite, I gave the deck up for what I now play Merfolk. I still have the Razorverge Thickets. I actually don't know if any of this stuff is worth anything, but it's in the pile. We have an Emeria, the Sky Rune. I know its price is ruined because this thing has been reprinted quite a few times. We have a Sulphur Falls. We got foil Misty Rainforest, which used to be part of my Legacy Bug Delver deck. And to be honest, I like this picture way more, way more than the Expedition. Like, look at that picture. Look at it. That is a great image. Yeah, we're gonna take all the shields off, so that we can get a good look at that forest. It's a great forest. So cool. And yeah, so I'm only going with the Expedition because it's more blingy, and I can cheat on the Japanese thing because this thing does come in Japanese, but I don't want to pay for it. Whereas the Expeditions don't come in Japanese, and people could say, well, why didn't you get the Japanese Expeditions? And I was just like, well, it doesn't exist. You see, that's how you cheat on the foil Japanese Merfolk deck. But anyways, I don't need more Misty Rainforest, so this one goes in the pile. Great looking foil, great image, great stuff. I have 1 Spreading Seas left. I actually sold 3 of them in Toronto. They loved it. Wow, this thing went up by a lot. This thing went up by a ton. This thing's like a $40 card now. Unbelievable. For a common? That's insane. What common is like worth up to $40? Show me. Show me. Or I don't know, someone on TCG could tell me what this thing is, but that is pretty expensive for a foil common. Even Delver of Secrets never reached those levels. Never. So this thing beat Delver, and this thing is seeing, like, I think, in my opinion, a lot less play than Delver of Secrets. This is only being shown in Blue Eye Control and Merfolk decks. Maybe us Merfolk players are keeping this price up. So many of us want the blingy foil stuff. Ooh, I have another opposition, of course. Of course. Yeah, I got 2. I remember I got 2 of them. Can't remember what I paid for them, though. Oh, I think I paid $25 each on them. And I remember promptly after buying it, Sam Black makes some legacy video featuring Opposition, and the price of this thing just by fluke goes up. I bought it at just the right time before the price spiked. And the last in this pile of cards are my Baleful Strixes. Now, I definitely hosed myself on these cards. I think when I bought them, there was only one printing of Baleful Strix at the time. It has since then been reprinted multiple times. But I got it because I didn't know if this is what I was going to play in Legacy. I was still constructing my toolbox. I loved the picture. Look at that picture. Love that bird. Let's see if we can get a closer look. Thanks to Nils Ham. Yeah, I think that's Nils Ham for the beautiful art of Baleful Strix. It's no Thieving Magpie, but do you know what? Damn, it looks great. Looks great. Very detailed, beautiful style, very unique, well composed. Love that. I love the centering of the card. You can see what it is from far away. It's gorgeous, and you know, I love Japanese cards. And I thought, since, well, I can't get this in foil because at the time there was no foil Baleful Strix, this is the best thing I could get. And now it comes in foil. Maybe I should go pick up a foil for myself, add it to the shrine, because I really did. I mean, I barely use this card, but beautiful, beautiful art, beautiful effects. Baleful Strix deserves everything. Yeah, I remember I paid I think I paid $25 each for each one of these cards. So if you want to know how to turn money into a pile of crap, you go learn from Nikachu. Nikachu will show you what to do. So that's everything in this particular box of stuff I'm willing to part with. I have tons more cards I picked from bulk and all sorts of other stuff. If you like this, you know, let me know. I can throw up more. This wasn't hard to make. And yeah, the idea is to turn all of this into this. This is Nikachu. See you later, guys.